Yeah. Woo. So, one of the things I had Jackie Hartling on of the Georgia 14th Congressional District GOP organization. Don't forget Georgia, GAGOP14.com. You can register for the upcoming town hall debate. This Saturday, I'll be moderating it. And one of the more interesting things you heard, Jackie, if you're just joining us, she was on earlier. One of the interesting things that she's going to be doing, we're going to be doing, is that each of the candidates running in the 14th in this special election will have a table that the candidates will be at themselves. And you'll be able to walk around and talk to them one-on-one, ask questions, get to know them face-to-face, as opposed to television ads, radio ads, or whatever. You'll be able to meet them. And so I encourage you to go to GAGOP14.com. But one of the things that I find interesting, right? So I know a lot of the chairs of the GOP organizations, particularly the Metro, but, pretty much around the state. Not Chatham County. That's, a little far for me, but I know most of the chair people of these organizations. And I know many of the Republican women organizations. You know what I find interesting? Now, this could be happening, and people might be mad at me and just, didn't tell me about it or invite me. So if you're doing this weekend, let me know. 448-720-750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Melania, the movie, the documentary on Melania Trump opens Friday. And there were... I haven't heard any. They might be out there, so I'm speaking from what it's one of this is one of those times where I don't know what I don't know, okay? And I don't like to speak from that perspective, but that's where I am now, because it could be something going on. I just haven't heard about it. But I remember when the Dinesh D'Souza movie came out, there were several watch parties for that documentary. That was a documentary on a CD. This is actually in the movies. And I don't know any GOP organizations in Georgia who are doing watch parties where everyone's gathering up to meet at the AMC movie theater or wherever to see this documentary Friday or this opening weekend. This is opening weekend for the Melania movie. Now, I got to be honest, maybe I haven't been invited because, I'm not as interested to see a documentary. Nothing against Melania Trump. I would love to see it, but I'm not. I'll wait for it to come on Amazon Prime. And I'll watch it there because I'm at the house. I can lay down and, watch it with my coffee or whatever. I can watch it anytime I want to. But I'm fascinated by the fact that there are not a lot of organized watch parties around going to see this documentary called Melania. And it's fascinating to me because during the whole election thing, Dinesh D'Souza, I went to like 3 of those that were put on by different groups. But I'm just fascinated. And if you're listening to me now and you haven't planned something, throw something together. Be a great opportunity to get out together, particularly women, to get out together and see this documentary if you're part of a GOP organization. Because people on our side, let's be clear, it's just like if the Obamas made a documentary, Republicans wouldn't want to go to it. Melania Trump makes a documentary, Republicans do want to go to it, and Democrats won't. So I think it's something cool to do and get together and do together. But I find it kind of fascinating that I haven't heard. Now, it's not that they're not going on. I just don't know because I haven't heard about any. And I usually see things like this, but it could be people inviting each other, 5 or 6 or 7 people who just called each other up and are going to it. So if you are hosting a watch party or going to the movies with a group of friends to see Melania this weekend, give me a call. Let me know. Let the people know. Let the listeners know that you're putting this together. 448-720-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. All right. I'm hesitating because I have a candidate who's calling in. Randall Trammell, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Shelley?
I'm good. You're calling in to talk about the subject matter that we're talking about?
I just called to say hello. I think we should do a watch party at your house for the Melania movie. leaving a local GOP party and had you listening on WSB, and it's like, hey, I'm going to call my friend and say hello.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what party, what GOP do you lead?
Well, tonight I was heading out from Bartow County GOP.
Okay, and so you guys, I'm telling you, I'm not going to say what candidate you're for because then it opens up the floodgates. But Randall Trammell's on with us. You should put something together for your candidacy maybe on Sunday. Send out to your just put together a group chat. I mean, I think it's a good idea for Republicans, Republican county organizations, Republican candidates for statewide office to throw something together, meet it in our AMC, and go watch the documentary. Are you a fan of Melania, Randall?
I think she's a wonderful first lady, and of course, love President Trump as well. We've got some great leadership right now. America first.
All right. Randall Trammell. Thanks for calling in, Randall. I appreciate you
Absolutely.
very much.
Have a great evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Sir.
Bye-bye.
That gives me another idea. Candidates should do it. Candidates should do it. If I was running for office right now, either statewide or locally, I'd send out to all my volunteers and all my potential voters and say, hey, meet me at AMC. You can't buy the tickets because that would be bribery for votes, but you can meet as a group and go see it. It's an idea. If you got a consultant and they didn't come up with it, you might want to think about that consultant. Why do I give away my free ideas? I need to run a campaign one day. I would love to run a campaign one day. You think I can run a good candidate for office? I've helped people, but I've never really just been the guy who ran a campaign. Magic Mike, you think I can win? My guy or girl could win?
Depends on the candidate. Depends on how much you believed in them. Because I could see I don't mean this like derogatory towards you. We all do it. I can see you doing it just as a money grab. Like somebody's like,
Understood.
man, I'll give you,
right, I understood.
100.
Right.
And you're
but
like,
if I believe in them, right.
But if you believe in somebody and they're like, I don't have any money. If it's somebody like that, you're like, no, I believe in you, then I believe you could win it. Yeah.
All right. So I can't win it if they pay me a lot of money, but I can win it if I believe in them.
It depends because they may be somebody who could pay you a lot of money who you believe in. So yes,
Right.
I believe you would.
Okay.
But if somebody says, hey, Shelly, I know you could do it. Here's 100, and you're like, man, who is this guy?
I got you. I
I've never
understand.
heard
Right.
of them.
I would be less enthusiastic.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be as convincing. I
exactly.
get it. Cole, you know what? You are absolutely right, Mike. Because I wear my emotions on my sleeve, I've got to believe in you. I've got to believe that you are a good candidate. You're doing it for the right reasons. You're right. I get it now. You're right. That's not insulting. That's just honest. That's just honest.
It is, but some
Right.
people are like, oh,
No.
I don't do anything for money.
Right,
Like,
yeah, no,
as
that's-
they're at their jobs
Right,
slaving away all day.
Absolutely. You're not being insulting at all. That was just honest. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, I need to talk about something. There's a David Korn wrote an article. It's a long article he wrote, and it's called, Is This a Police State? It dropped today. I want to talk about that. This is a fascinating article. I'll talk about who David Korn is, and he says, is this a police state? I'm going to talk about it when we come back. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. And if you do plan a Melania documentary screening this weekend, let me know. I may come out. We'll be right back.